Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, my friends. Welcome to this Flashback episode. We are revisiting one of my earliest stories. I tell the tale of how my husband and I grade our neighbors' lights displays. Before I begin, I have a quick story to share of a gift from a stranger. All my gratitude to those who have shared this podcast with a friend. It really means so much. I can be found on your favorite podcast platforms and on YouTube as well. Here we go. On a quick trip to my local drugstore, as I was running inside, I was stopped by a man's voice calling out to me. Being a woman, my heart did that quick race that comes with being addressed by a strange man. I think a lot of us can understand this. I turned to look at an older gentleman getting out of a car, leaning on a cane. His face was covered with scruff of a beard at least several days old, and it was not well kept. Closing his door, he ambled towards me and asked me a question. I was not prepared for it. Do you know if I can just throw those little laundry pods right into the washer with my clothes? Will it get them clean? I am certain I stared for a second or two as I wrapped my brains around his request. He continued, I haven't done laundry for 40 years and I don't understand all this new stuff. My heart ceased its fast rhythm and began to melt. I assured him that the packs were safe to just put into the washer and they would get the clothes clean. I also praised him for learning a new task. It gets harder and harder as we get older. He harumphed away my compliment, but I saw a smile. We entered the store and I went my way and he went his. I've thought about him a lot since. I wondered why, after 40 years, he is now doing his own laundry. The answers I've come up with are not cheerful ones. But I think of him as a real inspiration for me. With gray hair and beard, he was taking on the challenge of expanding his mind and world experience. That is a brave act. Braver still was his willingness to ask a complete stranger for help. We make jokes about men not being willing to stop and ask for directions. And as a former teacher, I know how difficult reaching out can be. I'm guessing he is going to have a difficult holiday this year, but he is getting on with it. He showed me that bravery comes in many shapes and stages in life. As I'm sharing my writing work with more and more people in the various writing groups I belong to, I'm remembering his bravery. I am asking for help. I am getting on with it. I don't know your name, sir, but thank you for this gift. You gave it to me just when I needed it. Now here's my flashback story from episode 2. I hope you enjoy it. Can I really spend a whole main topic segment talking about decorations? I don't know about other folks, but this lady sure can. I want to address my current obsession. I can't get enough of plastic holiday decorations. You know, the kind from our childhood. Those Santas and the snowmen. Those thick plastic. Oh, those are the best. And they got to have a light inside, of course. Now, full disclosure, I don't own many myself. I have one snowman. That's what I got. But I feel that this is the start of a collection. I really admire those who decorate with them, especially as I have my one snowman, because you realize something when you have even one of them. You got to commit to these. You got to find room for them. I mean, these things cannot fold down. They take up the space they take up. And they can be roomy. I have a neighbor, and the front of their house and their porch is dotted with like a dozen of these plastic statues. I'll share a photo of these lovely, lovely plastic beauties over on my Facebook page. I'll include a link in the description. I love this house every year. They do this up. They get an A, in my opinion, in holiday decoration. Did she just say A? Oh, yes. As a former educator, this has bubbled over into some strange parts of my life. Every year, my husband and I go driving around the neighborhood in December, and we grade our neighbors' decorations. I adore this tradition. I mean, I so look forward to this car ride every year. You have no idea how giddy I can get about it. We try to wait until after a snowfall has happened. All holiday decorations look better just after there's been some freshly fallen snow. It adds a magical quality. This year, we really lucked out. We got some snow the Saturday before Christmas, and that night, Kevin and I made our annual pilgrimage out into the streets. However, if I'm being honest, like 40% of the joy comes from the grading system we've developed over the years. We kind of started the comments as a joke one year, and then it's just built on itself year after year, and now it's just a standard part of the trip. If the house has like a strand of big lights on the house, or there's a Christmas tree in the window, all right, you tried, you did something, you pass. You get a passing grade. Now, you want an A? Oh, this requires like a theme or a cohesive look. You're going to have to go big. I want some wow factor. I need to be impressed. Now, if you have some lights strung up, but you're using like 3 different kinds of lights, a wreath, maybe you got one of those reindeer things that are lit up, or one of those inflatables, or maybe you got candles in the window, something like that. You know, you got some lights and some different things. Okay, that's going to get you in the B range. To be fair, there's a good amount of just what we like and tickles our fancy when it comes to grading. I love swags of garland, red ribbon. Seriously, a Christmas tree in the window. It just speaks to the romantic nature of my soul. I love it. So these items are going to push that grade higher and higher. And we love multicolored lights. Just like we're kids. We are just little kids. We want those multicolored lights. Sweat our hearts on our own tree. And those homes always seem to get a higher grade. It's not fair, but there's life. Now, if you are one of those houses that just has that laser light show image dancing on the house, like blinding people, to me, that's like plagiarizing. That is an automatic fail. Now, if you've got decorations and the laser light show, you're probably going to lose some points. I'm not a fan of the laser shows. Just not. Personal taste. It's not my thing. There is one house that every year they decorate with these like deep red lights on their porch. And, I don't know that they really realize kind of the red glow that they're creating because they do it every year. I call this house Santa's Bordello. I'm sorry. It just looked like Santa's hit the red light district in Amsterdam, if you know what I mean. And it's right. I always laugh. I love going by this house. Like they get some kind of honorable mention. I don't know. Speaking of honorable mentions, there's another house. And wow, they have a lot of stuff going on. There's clearly not a plan happening. They're just like, ooh, I like this. They bought it. They like that decoration. They grabbed it. They have this gigantic arch. But it's pretty cool looking at the same time. They get an honorable mention for enthusiasm. These people love Christmas. Like your eye is just drawn to their display. Now, there are 2 homes that are on the same street of each other. In fact, they're only a few houses apart. They both get A's every year. They go the extra mile. They both put decorations even on the rooftops. I mean, that shows serious dedication to this craft. That impresses me to no end. I mean, just that is wow. One of the houses has the best collection of characters from Rudolph. The Bumble is my favorite. I will try to post some pictures of that as well. And if you guys have any amazing displays in your neighborhood, oh, please post those pictures on my Facebook page. I would love to see them. I love a good Christmas decoration display. There is another neighbor's house that, oh my gosh, they go out. They have like wood cutouts and they light them up. And my favorite is this one of a snowman who is roasting and toasting his little behinds on a little fire. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. They're also ace. They're one of my favorites for my husband and I. Of course, none of our neighbors know about our grading system, which is, probably good. I don't know if they would ever talk to us again if they did. I admit it's kind of judgy. It is. I know, but it's so much fun. It really makes that drive looking at decorations just so much more enjoyable. Okay, you're probably wondering, how do we rank on this grading system? Now that we're grading everyone else, like what is our own home like? I would say most years we fall into the B, maybe B plus category. We are not an A house. No, we are. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say, oh, I get an A. I don't think we have that wow factor. Not yet. Though this year we are the captains of the failing squad. That, we're the heads of the fail team. That thanks to my bum ankle, we did not get any decorations out on the outside of the house. We got decorations inside where I am, where that's the most important. This is the first year in history I've not got decorations outside my house. I think it'll just make me try harder next year. I really do. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our time together. I know I have. Listening to this story has reminded me of how much growth I've actually made. I've been a little grumpy that my body has not healed 100%, that I still struggle with my recovery from all of my surgeries and things like that. But this year, my husband and I did indeed put up Christmas decorations inside the house and out. And it really was something that was important to me to do this year because we didn't do squat last year. And last year, all my inside decorations had to be done by friends. I couldn't do anything myself. And this year, it was almost all done by me. I'm going to give our outside display the usual solid B. It's good. It's not bad. You'll drive by and like, oh, that's pleasant, but nothing you're going to be like, ooh, that's really stunning. But it's been nice to get it out. And as much as I grumbled with the aches and pains of lifting stuff and bending things, and I forgot just how much I couldn't do anything last year. And listening to this story really helped me realize that, hey, you're doing amazing. You've made a lot of improvement. Stop grumbling. I wish you tons of growth. Enjoy this season. Try to take the time to stop and reflect on the improvements you've made. Because they're there. You've made some. You just need to stop and think about them. Until next time, I wish you well.